interactions among living things. Okay, uh, we'll do in detail interaction among living things. Okay,
Okay.
so as you can see here, plants, mangrove, and tropical rainforest is shown. So animals and plants, they live in same habitat and they interact with each other. They are dependent on each other for food, shelter, right? Um, so basically, what is the relationship among living things, and this is what we are going to learn in this chapter. Okay, so let's
Mm-hmm.
start with this. So in a habitat, usually there are many animals of the same or different species. Like there's a species of monkey, so it's not like there would be only one monkey, right? There are going to be different species and same species, and they interact with each other for their basic needs for survival, right? So what is
Yeah.
the meaning of interaction? So interaction is an active relationship among living things. They depend upon each other, they interact with the same species, which is called intra-species interaction. Suppose a monkey interacting with monkey, this is intra-species. Okay, but they sometimes they interact with different species, right, which is called
Yeah.
interspecies interaction. Suppose here you can see these like these chicks interacting with getting their food from worms. So this is interspecies because they are interacting with different species, right? So
Mm-hmm.
intraspecies or interspecies interaction, they can take place in the form of competition or cooperation. Let's see that in detail. Like here you can see bees are working together to build their nest, right? So
Yeah.
they are interacting with each other with same, they like bees is interacting with other bees, so which is same species, and this is a type of inter-species interaction, right?
Yeah.
Here in this picture you can see chicks are competing for food. So this is again intra-species because they are interacting with same species, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Here you can see antelopes and baboons live in the same habitat, but they have good sense of hearing and smell. uh, Antelopes and baboons, however, have a very good sense of sight. So these characteristics work together to detect the presence of predators, right? They are living with each other. One having good sight, other have good sense of hearing and smell. That's how they are able to protect themselves from their predators, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, here you see eagles and snakes. They are competing for limited food. So this type of interaction is called, this is competition, right? Hmm. So look at the picture. If you see, what type of interaction is occurring? Is it interspecies or intra? What do you see? They both are cats, right? So this, they are same species interacting with each other, right? For food. They
Mm-hmm.
are competing with each other for food, right?
Yeah.
So this is called, what type of interaction is this? When they are with this is intra-species because same species are interacting with each other, like cat and cat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Let's see next one. So animals living in groups. So some species, they live together among their own species, and these animals live in group and they search for food together in same habitat. Like bees, they live in groups and they stay in the same hive, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Like termites, they live in a large colony. Okay, like
Mm-hmm.
fish swims in groups. Goat lives and move in groups. So a flight of swallows fly to the nest in group. So some animals live in groups, and basically, like here you can see lions live in small group, deers live in large group, which is called herds, right? So why they live in group? For protection, right? If there is um like no predators, they won't be able to attack on them when they are in group, right? Then other animals live in solitary. They live without other members of their species, right? So these animals do everything alone. Like they look for food alone, like woodpecker. They build their nest in trees trunk. Okay. So like squirrel, they collect and store seed as food. Tigers protect their territory from being um, like attacked by other animals. Hornbills, they are herbivores, so they eat food. Spiders trap their prey in their web as a food, right? So basically, all these are interacting with each other, living together, right? Right? Now let's see advantages and disadvantages of animal living in group. So first, as you can see, why do some animal live in groups? So they work together to build nest and find food. So together we are blessed. Left, right. Okay. So you can see these ants are working together to build nest and find food, right? So basically they are able to they are working together to build their nest and find food, right? Here you can see a pack of wolves find food by hunting their prey in group. So why do wolves need to hunt in groups? Because like when they are in group, they they have more power. They are able to attack easily, right? Where are you going to run? We have surrounded you. As you can see, because they wolves are in group, they can surround their prey and easily catch the prey, right? Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, are you getting it?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Here you can see hunting in group. It allow hyenas to defeat their larger prey, right? Hyenas are smaller in size, but since they are in a group, so they can surround their prey and easily catch their prey, right? So this is why some animals live in groups. Next, so first is to get the food. To build their home, they stay in group. Second is they ensure safety of group members. So by being attacked by predators. So like some fishes, they swim in groups, and zebras live in groups to camouflage themselves from predators. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because um, like lions are color blind, so this condition does not allow them to differentiate between strips on a zebra and tall grasses. So that's how they camouflage or they blend with their environment and protect themselves from their predator. Clear?
Clear.
Good. Animals that live in groups, they usually consist of parent and their young. Like these animals protect their young ones. So like here you can see this lion is saying, sit with me, your mother has gone out hunting. So when a group of lions hunt, the lioness in the some same group will take care of the young ones. Okay. So animals
Mm-hmm.
that live in groups, they will control their territory from being invaded by other animals. Like lions will protect their territory and their resources like water within their territory from other animals group. So lions will mark their territory by urinating at certain places in the territory. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then sea lions. As you can see, this is saying, I look after all the female sea lions. So male sea lions, they take control of their territory to get a group of female sea lions for mating purpose. So animals that live in groups, they will work together to build their shelter or nest, and they find food, they maintain safety, protect their young ones, and control their territory. Okay, so these basically they are working together to achieve these purpose, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So why some animals live in group? Tell me.
To build nests, mark their territory and protect the the young.
Yeah, protect their young ones, right? And what else? To control their territory, right? Their space. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. But so this is what we have seen advantages, right? All these are advantages, right?
Yeah.
But there are some disadvantages also. Let's learn about that. What is the effect on the species of animals that live in a group of this situation? As you can see, there is a disease outbreak, and let's suppose this is some virus. So we know that virus or viral diseases, they can get transferred easily by air, right? They can spread
Mm-hmm.
easily among the groups. So is this bird is this the bird flu outbreak? So if there is a disease in one animal, it will spread very easily in whole group, right? This is one of the disadvantage, right? In this situation, you can see there are some deer which are running from the lions. So animals that live in groups are easily detected by predators, right? Because they are in
Yeah.
group. So like predators, but they are not able to get caught easily, but they can still see them easily because they are in group. Like one or two animal, they can hide, right? But whole group can't, right?
Yeah.
So weak animals in groups, they will find it difficult to escape from the predator. Okay, like here,
Mm-hmm.
this one is weaker. Suppose he's saying wait for me, and they are running. So this situation again, this is the disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
So first disadvantage is uh, like animals that live in group, they are easily infected by and disease outbreak. And second one is they are easily detected by predators. Um, Now let's see. So tell me, what are the disadvantage of living in group?
Sometimes if prey is like in a group some animals can be some of the animals of in the group can be caught if they're not fast enough.
Yeah, okay, that's great. Correct. And if there is some disease outbreak, it can spread quickly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So let's see this. So now let's, because we learned that some animals live alone, right? So let's see their
Yeah.
advantage and disadvantage. So he's saying my food has arrived. So owls, they live alone to avoid competition with each other or with other animals when they are hunting for food. So they hunt actively at night. We know that, right? So there is
Yeah.
less competition. This is one of the advantage. Second is, to fulfill the need for food, I have to eat a lot of bamboo, shoots and leaves. So we know that resources are limited, right? So limited food
Mhm.
resources cause pandas to live in solitary alone to avoid competition for food. Here, leopard requires large area to find food or mates. So they will attack other animals invading their territory. So animals that live in solitary, they can overcome the problem of limited food resources and it reduce competition in finding mates, right?
Yeah.
So basically we have seen that competition is less when they are living alone. But what are the problems that they face if they are living alone? Animals that live alone will die if they lose when competing for territory, right?
Yeah.
Like here, tiger and lion, they are uh, fighting for the territory. Then he says, ouch, it's painful. He's so strong. This one, animal that live in solitary, they will have difficulty finding a partner during mating season. Okay, like here, I have
Mhm.
walked so far, I still haven't met any partner yet. So the ones that live alone, they find it difficult to defend themselves from enemies, right?
Yeah.
So this is the third disadvantage. They basically, okay, you tell me what are the disadvantages of living alone? Yeah.
Um. That it's that is finding mate
Hmm.
and it's harder to protect territory and animals need more food, so they are like alone.
Okay. Um. Yeah. Now let's see factors of competition among intra-species and inter. So how does
Mhm.
intra-species competition between animal occur? As you can see, there are some barnacles, and these barnacles um, are competing for the area on the surface of damp, damp rock. So they are competing with each other, same species, right? Here
Mhm.
you can see vultures, they are scavengers, so they are competing for food with each other, again, same species. Two squirrels competing for limited shelters, right? Same species competition. So sometimes same species can compete, sometimes different.
Mhm.
Here, deers are competing for limited water in their habitat. Here you can see male peacock opens up its beautiful and attractive feathers to attract female peacock, and male peacock compete to get partner to mate. So intra-species competition among animal, it occur when basic needs of animals, basic means food, water, shelter or territory, and mates if they are limited. So basically, uh, now next is interspecies. Inter means different species. Here you can see a group of zebras and giraffes. They are drinking from a limited source of water. So they are different species, zebras and giraffe, right? This type of competition is interspecies. We have seen intra, now we are talking about inter, right? Here you can see lions and hyenas. They are competing for limited food, right? So two different species competing for food, right? So this is an example of interspecies competition. Okay. So here
Mhm.
ants are also competing with different species for their territory. So basically interspecies competition among animal occur when basic needs, food, water and shelter or territory are limited An animal that will be able to compete, the one which will win in competition, would survive, would reproduce more, right? This you will learn more in evolution, that how competition lead to adaptation and then natural selection. Okay. Next is symbiosis among animals. So basically here we are talking about how animals are interacting with each other. We have seen competition, right? They can compete for food, for shelter, right? And they can compete for resources, right? Like water or anything, for mating, right? This is what we have seen so far. They can compete with same species, with the different species, which is intra and inter, right? Clear? Yeah. Are you there? I can't hear you. Can you hear
Yes.
me?
Yes.
Okay. So the symbiosis among animals. So the situation below, so it is showing several types of interaction between different animals which are living in a habitat. So symbiosis is relationship between two or more animals which live closely together. It can occur in three situations. It can be mutualism, commensalism, and parasitism. These three are called symbiosis. So basically, let's
Mhm.
see them one by one. Here you can see there is a buffalo. So there are many lice on my body, and Miss Buffalo, I will eat them. These birds are saying, right? Buffalo is saying, eat them, Miss Bird. Thank you for reducing the itchiness on my back. So this is a symbiosis because they basically this is a type of symbiosis which is mutualism. Mutualism means they are they both get benefit, birds and
Yeah.
buffalo. Yeah. So basically, there's um, like here the birds are getting food and the buffalo is getting relief from itchiness, right? So they
Yeah.
both are getting benefited. This is called mutualism, like mutually they are getting benefit, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Again, this cat, my ears are very painful. So there are tick. Uh, so the symbiosis between cats and ticks is an interaction that is benefiting only one party. Tick is getting the food, right? But a cat is finding it painful. It is harmful for cat, right? This type
Yeah.
of symbiosis is called parasitism. This tick is called parasite, and this relationship between them is parasitism, where one is getting benefit like tick, another is harmed like cat. Clear?
Yeah.
Next is commensalism. So symbiosis between shark and remora fish is an interaction between two different species of fish, and this is beneficial for one species, but it does not get the other species does not get any benefit, or it does not get any bad effect. This is called commensalism. Like here, these tiny fish, they are this is saying, I have a lot of food today, thank you, Mr. Shark. Shark is saying, eat as much as you can, you don't disturb me at all. So basically, shark is not getting benefit, or it is not having any bad effect on shark. So it does not affect shark any by any ways. So and the remora fish are getting food, so they are getting benefit, right? This type of relationship is called commensalism. This is again a type of symbiosis. Okay.
Mm.
The same thing happens with sea anemones which attach themselves on the shell of a hermit crab and provide it with extra protection. Hermit crabs, when like hermit crab moves, sea anemones get a free ride. So this is beneficial to both parties. So what type of interaction is this? When both parties get benefit, this is called mutualism. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Like here you can see. Okay.
Okay. Um, uh, can I go to the bathroom?
Okay. Go. Now factors of competition among plants. We have seen uh, for animals, right? Let's quickly revise what we have done. We have done how animals are. Let me just go back. We are talking about how animals live and they are dependent on each other species uh, for basic needs of survival. Like we know, plants are dependent on sunlight, we are dependent on plants, and we know the food chain. All animals are dependent on each other for food. So we have seen basically this dependence or this interaction means they there are different types of interaction. We have seen that sometimes same species they depend on each other, like competition between same species, or sometimes it can be different species, right? Like intra and interspecies competition. uh, Now competition can be between food, like water, food, any resources, or it can be for mating, it can be for territory, for space, or it can be for
I'm back.
um, anything. Yeah. So in symbiosis, we learned that it is when two species are living together in closely, like when two species live closely together, it is of three types: mutualism, commensalism, and parasitism. In mutualism, both of them are getting benefit, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is parasitism?
When only one is getting the benefit and the other one is getting the harm.
Good. Commensalism?
Or when one gets the benefit but the other doesn't.
Exactly. Other does not get affected at all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So we have seen two type of interaction so far: competition and symbiosis, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we learned about animals. Now let's talk about plants. Okay. So in a forest habitat, interaction occur among plants. So this interaction basically, uh, again, like we learned about animals, they compete for resources, for food, for water. Plants can compete for sunlight, for water, for space, for nutrients, right?
Yeah.
So, um, like plants grow taller to compete for sunlight. The roots, on the other hand, they grow deeper into the ground to get water, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, how do the interaction among plants affect other living things? So, these all these answers we'll get at the end. Let's see. So, how do plants compete for space and nutrients? So, if you look at the situation, there is a sunflower. Good morning, and there is a tiny sunflower. They are greeting each other. Wow, it's so refreshing. Why are you slurking? Now you can see, wow, that's better. No need to compete anymore. So the plant above compete for nutrients and space, and they are causing a difference in size at the same spot, right? The one which is
Mm-hmm.
getting more water, the one which get better sunlight would grow, its growth rate is going to be better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So next is types of interaction among plants. So again we like learned symbiosis in case of animals. These three types of interactions like commensalism, parasitism, commensalism and mutualism, they are so symbiosis is actually there are two types, commensalism and parasitism in case of plant. In animals, we have seen three, right? Mutualism, commensalism, and parasitism. Like here, if you see ferns, um, so ferns are attaching themselves on oil palm tree, which are higher to get the supply of water and sunlight to ensure that they stay alive. So this condition is not harmful for host plant. Host means for oil palm tree. So this is commensalism because fawns are getting benefit, but it is not harmful for palm trees, right? So this is
Yeah.
commensalism, right? Yeah. Here you can see wild orchids. They grow on tree trunks, um, and again to get sunlight to ensure they stay alive. Yeah. Next, here you can see this plant is growing. So this is how a new plant is growing on the branches of mango tree. So mango tree is the host tree, and this plant is getting nutrients and water from mango tree. So basically, in long term, the parts of the host tree will die because now suppose this plant is growing on branches of mango tree. So because this plant, the one which is growing on the branches, would get the nutrients and sunlight, and the other part, these parts of the uh, mango tree would die. So this is called parasitism because mango tree is getting harmed because of this tree, and this plant is getting nutrients and everything. So this is getting benefit. So this is parasitism. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So interaction among plants occur to ensure the basic needs. It can be for water, for sunlight, for nutrients, and they why they compete to stay alive, right?
Yeah.
Now let's just summarize everything what we have done. In this chapter we learn how living things interact with each other. We learn for animals and for plants. So in animals we have seen that there are two types of animals. One lives in group, other is lives alone, right?
Yeah.
We have seen what are the advantage of work of living together in group. First of all, they can work together, they can build their nest, get food, take care of their young ones, and this is safe for safety. They protect their young ones and they defend their space or territory, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the disadvantage is if there is a disease outbreak, they get easily infected and they are easily detectable by predators, and the weak one would be caught by the predator, right?
Yeah.
Then advantage is they overcome problem with limited food sources. For alone one, there is less competition, right? This is the advantage of solitary. Then disadvantage is if predator they are not able to protect themselves easily from enemies, right?
Yeah.
Then we learned about interaction, their competition and symbiosis, these two types of interaction. Competition can be between same species, which is intraspecies. It can be among different species, which is interspecies. Factors for which they compete is food, habitat or area, or water, or for partner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Commensalism and parasitism and mutualism, we have seen these three types of symbiosis. In mutualism, both get benefit. In parasitism, one is benefited, other is harmed. In commensalism, one is benefit, other is unaffected, right?
Yeah.
Same thing we have seen in plants. The factors for which they interact is nutrient, water, sunlight, and species. There are only two types of symbiosis in case of plant: commensalism and parasitism. It is same as in um, animals, right? This is what we have learned. Do you have any question?
No.
Can you summarize what we did in this chapter?
Huh?
Summarize what did you learn?
So, uh, so animals can live in groups, or either they live alone. Uh, if they in groups, they get more food.
Hmm.
One part goes to get food, and one part of the takes care of the young.
Yeah.
Also, it's easier to protect territory. And in solidarity, it's like there's you don't have to worry about others not getting enough food. And um, um, interactions between animals can be competition or symbiosis. There is commensalism, parasitism, and mutualism. Commensalism is when one gets the benefit and the other is not affected. Parasitism is when one has the benefit and the other is getting hurt. Mutualism is when both are getting uh, a benefit. Interspecies are animals fighting um same species fighting over either food, habitat, water, or partner, and interspecies, which are different animals fighting against something, it's either food, habitat, or area, or water.
Hmm. And what about plant?
Um, Plants have factor of interactions is nutrients, water, sunlight, and space, and symbiosis is commensalism and parasitism.
Okay, very good. Um, Now let's go to the next question. So there are some questions, and you have to answer these questions. Try these questions.
Mm,
1 minute.
which one?